Hello friends, I am going to show you my favorite warm-up exercise for any horse, and it uses the long side of the arena. It's very simple but I do it for all my horses and it helps me get settled in, we get warmed up, we get some nice stretches out of it, and we start getting a little focused. But it's just going from M to X in leg yield. And ideally, they are stretching down towards the grass, stretching their back and their neck. And then once we get to X, we go back to F in leg yield. And I always want to make sure that I have my inside rein, which is right now my right hand, open so that they're moving off my inside leg into my outside rein. And then you can come down center line and you can go from X to M. This is where I start to wake the horse up. We get a nice forward walk, and then we go X to M. And I would like to start to get some sensitivity. So I want them to get more sensitive to my leg and my aids. Seat aids, leg aids, hand aids. Everything needs to get a little bit sharper in this warm-up because we're going to need it. Whether they're a young horse or an older one, more experienced. This guy's my more experienced ride. He's through St. George's and preliminary eventing, so he's pretty well educated. So now we've kind of switched it up. Now we're going from center line to the rail, which is fine. And you can always go to the other side and go from K to X, X to H. So we'll go center line again. And again, this is where I get them a little more sharp off my leg so that the rest of our work isn't me kicking them around. Isn't good for either of us. You want to be sitting in your right seat bone as you move to the right. Helps the horse step up and underneath of you instead of having to drag you along. And again, you want the inside rein, which is now my left rein, open so that the horse is moving off the left leg into the right hand. If your rein is against their neck, your inside rein, which would be my right rein now, is against their neck, you're going to be dragging them over with the reins instead of pushing them with the leg. I'm going to throw in a nice 10-meter circle here. Get him to get a little bigger step, wake up a little bit. This nice forward, almost free walk is really good to get them stepping underneath their body with their hind leg. It starts to warm up their butt. And you can always throw in a little shoulder in. And again, I do this with all my young horses, this leg yield exercise. All my horses, not just young, but all my horses, young and old. And then for the older horses, you can step it up. So he's just starting to feel a little bit more alive now. He's got a nice big forward walk. I'm not having to kick him along. I can use very subtle leg aid and get some response. So we're going to move it to trot. And then if you've just got a younger horse, just practice it at the walk. It's really good to get them more flexible and start to get them to understand your leg. and start to improve their straightness. All right, so we're going to take it to trot. I'm actually going to turn around so we can do like we did in the beginning. And he always has the tiniest trot. He would love to Western jog all day long. So this exercise also helps him just start to get a little bigger, freer trot. You can see how I really let him stretch down. And stretch down in his body. We were a little too late to go back to F with that one. So once we get to F, I usually sorry. You good now, Frizzle? Changing my diagonal so it's a little bit easier for them to use the inside hind leg, step up and under, carry weight. And now we're back center line to the rail. And then we can go back to A. There we go. And keep watching my inside rein. So I want to open it up, let him move into my outside rein, be light on the inside. Change the diagonal, and then open the inside rein. It's not moving off my leg very well. There. And I'm going to step over to this rail. We'll step into the canter because he's pretty well warmed up. A little bit lazy. So we'll go into the canter. We'll do a little bit at canter. So it's the same thing. We go leg yield to center line, and then we could, probably wouldn't want to do it now, but we could change the lead on center line, and then leg yield back to M. Not sure we're quite that warmed up. Do a little trot circle, get our canter back. And then we'll leg yield back M to X. Let's see if he'll give me my change. Good boy. And then leg yield F to X. Open that inside rein. Oops, go. He's anticipating the lead change. It doesn't stretch super well, so we're going to do a circle. Seems rather tight. A little concerned about probably the deer we saw earlier in the woods. There we go. Back to the center line. See if we can get a little more jump. Jump. There we go. Good boy. One more time. Let's see. A little more. Jump. We're going to go forward. I'm going to trick him a little bit here and go the other way. Good boy. Oops. Very late on that one. Yeah, he's not quite forward. I'll try that one more time. Again, this is where you can get them really sharp off your aids. This is where you want to get them sharp off your aids, so the rest of your ride isn't so dull. There we go. Good boy. it. That's my favorite exercise. Leg yield, walk, trot, canter. Then you could go into some leg yield to half pass if your horse is ready for that. Walk, trot, canter. Good boy. The stretch is really the most important part. I really want him to stretch up and over their back. He doesn't have a very good stretch. At canter, he likes to get a little bit tight. So I'm always working on that. Getting him to lengthen his stride, stretch over his back, stretch down. What a good boy.